Hey, how's it going? Hope y'all are doing well. Hey, so one of the things that I just wanted to really address is all the crazy media attention. So, Ozempic, Wegovy, MounJaro. I feel like I can't do anything to stop hearing about it. And if you're seeing one of my videos, it's probably because it's all over the media. I'm just a small little YouTube person, just kind of sharing my journey. One of the main reasons why I wanted to do this channel is just to keep myself accountable. I am a big guy, over 500 pounds before, and now I'm under. But I'm just saying that, I one of the things that's kind of hard is that you hear a lot of white noise out there, and it's kind of trying to figure out what is true and what is not true. So, but y'all, I have just been bombarded, probably like you. So one of the headlines that I just got that came up, and this is from People Magazine, it says Ozempic may reduce the desire for alcohol and help curb active behaviors. And basically, the article goes in talking about how people after having Ozempic, they have less desires to shop or less desires to drink alcohol or maybe even use certain types of drugs. Because the way that Ozempic works, they're still trying to figure it out. They're actually still studying it. It really goes to how we perceive reward. And that's a whole big subject. But the biggest thing is that as a certified big dude and a person who struggled with weight his whole life, sometimes there are times where we associate food with happiness and reward. And when you have something that suppresses that feeling in the brain, obviously it could trigger other things. So the reason why I'm kind of sharing this is I want to make sure that, the best advice I can give anybody is I don't think this is the cure-all. I was reading another article where it said, this is the elixir of life. This is game-changing. And it is. This is a really big thing. Semaglutides are changing the industry. But the most important thing that I would say to take away, and I've had friends ask me about Ozempic and my experience is, just remember the most important thing about Ozempic is that you are eating healthy. If you're on a semaglutide, that you are getting the proper education, that you are making lifestyle changes, that you are not just taking this injectable and thinking it's going to do all the work. This isn't a thing that's just does the work for you. You have to put in the work. You have to be working out. I've lost 65 pounds the last 10 weeks. And I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest things is I've had to make major changes. And these are changes I'm going to have to live with now for the rest of my life. I can't revert back to. So I think the biggest thing is when you're reading all these things, especially that article I was talking about, I'm going to give you a little bit of a story. The other day we were out. My wife and I were at a restaurant, and I love cherry Coke. God, y'all, I love it. I really do. But she's like, "Hey, do you want to?" At that point, I had not had cherry Coke for I think 6 weeks or so, because it's a couple weeks ago. And she asked me, "Hey, do you want to try my cherry Coke?" And I tried it, and it was weird. It didn't taste the same. We were at a restaurant. Well, could have been the restaurant, but it just didn't taste the same. And then I started thinking to myself, are these calories worth it? Are these carbs worth it? I've said it before on this channel, do not drink your carbs. If you could avoid that was my biggest downfall, I think, is drinking carbs. I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I get real thirsty, and I would do something really unhealthy. I would drink a bunch of sports drinks or something. And that's just actually the worst thing for me. And it's kind of relearning that. So when you're going through all this media hype and you're hearing about the Real Housewives and you're hearing about this doctor and this movie star and Charles Barkley losing weight, that's great. I mean, as far as people trying to lose weight, that's awesome. I think the biggest thing is don't stigmatize people for using Ozempic and thinking that there's some Hollywood type, because I guarantee it, I'm not a Hollywood type. And then the biggest thing is when you're getting all bombarded, remember what's really going to make this work is just doing the work. Because 0 that you get is going to be from just not doing anything. You're not going to get results by just not doing anything. You have to put work in. So just remember that when you're seeing these articles, some of these people might have personal trainers and they're doing a bunch of other stuff and all that, and that's the media. But just need to focus in on yourself and your journey, and that you're doing the work. And at the end of the day, you have yourself and hopefully your friends and family and faith to really give you the reason why you're doing it. Anyway, y'all, just a quick note, when you're going through all the hoopla and you're reading all the articles, just remember, you got to put in the work. That's a big thing. Even though it does help. It does help. Make me think about, like I said, when I had that cherry Coke, is this really worth it? My wife had got a skinny cow ice cream, and we were just having this discussion. We bought it. We didn't really look at. It's one of the first times we didn't really look at the calories and stuff. When we brought it home, we looked at the calories on the box, and even though it was skinny cow, it still was a lot of carbs. And we both were like, "Is this worth it?" Probably not. Anyway, y'all, hope you're doing well. If you like this channel, go ahead and remember to subscribe. Leave a comment below. Tell me about what you're going through. If you want to encourage me, if you're looking for encouragement, I'm here for you all. If you need prayer, I'm here for you all. That's a big thing. And you know what? I really appreciate all the positive feedback I've been getting. Thanks so much. I hope you're doing well in your journey, and keep putting in the work.